ألا إن أولياء الله لا خوف عليهم ولا هم يحزنون الذين آمنوا وكانوا يتقون. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Welcome to another edition of Awliya Allah. We continue with the beautiful topic of sincere. Awliya Allah, they are sincere. When they do things, they do them for Allah. Remember when we said in the beginning of this series that Awliya Allah, they don't look for fame and name. As a matter of fact, most of Awliya Allah, the friends of Allah, are not known to many people. And therefore, we spoke about ikhlas. Sincerity in what we intend, in what we say, in what we do. We have to be sincere. In Islam, everything is judged by intention. So if the intention is not correct, everything is wrong. So intention is to be for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The question that comes very often, how can I become sincere? I get these thoughts. So what should I do to be sincere with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Because Allah knows everything. He knows everything. He knows everything, So, number one, we should acquire good attributes of sincerity, which are actually the attributes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And do acts that actually may be small, but we know that we have done them for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Then we move to big acts. And never seek just to show off people and impress. A lot of people look for impression. They want to impress. Everything is about impressing. But sincere Muslim, when he does something, he doesn't care what people say. I'm not saying don't care what people say and do wrong things. No, don't look for their praises. And that is based on the fear of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because you know Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala understands you and knows what you think. So be mindful of Allah more than be mindful of people. You can be mindful of people, but don't seek their attention. And also fear that your act will not be accepted with the praises of people. You know, Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, Al-madhu huwa al-dhabh. Praises are actually a way of cutting you and bringing you down. So don't be always focused on people praises. Also learn from the stories of the prophets, those who followed them, the Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam and the companions. Seek knowledge, because when you know the importance of sincerity, you will do it better. Come closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with dua. Ask Allah to, every time you want to do something, pray to Allah to accept it. Also, remember that the good things you do and the love of Allah will happen to you when you do good things that you are doing them for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You'll get barakah, blessing. Your life will change. Because of you experience that, always look to the sites where you are neglectful and address them first, not let them, neglectful. And also fear that if you do these little things in a wrong way and they're not accepted, they will actually make the big things, big actions. Like, let's say nafila you do in a public place in front of people, or tarawih in Ramadan. Be sincere with that, because when you do hajj or you do something, you got used to praises of people. Now you do things that are obligatory, that you're supposed to give to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You want them to be done sincerely for Allah. Being adamant, being caring, being conscious will help you. And that's why, like training, you work slowly, a few reps in the gym, then you increase as you go for more gains. Anything we do, this is the way of life. You start small and increase. When you do your ibadat, especially the ones that are between you, Allah said, tahajjud, or when you cry, try to keep that, privately. As the Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, one of the 7 people who will be under the shade of Allah on the Day of Judgment is one person, fadat ayna. He remembered Allah and cried, but he was by himself. Also learn the names and attributes of Allah. They will help you actually to become sincere. Also, think of death, and that death is coming and nothing will benefit you except the things you did sincerely, as we said in the verses before. And understand that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not accept from those who show off. The people who boast and show off, their deeds are not accepted. Read the Quran, try to understand, apply it. Small, application is better than nothing. Also, fight yourself. It's a battle. Mujahada, we call it. Battle, struggle with yourself. Look for people who are sincere. Allah says, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu taqullaha wa kunu ma'as sadiqin. O you who believe, be conscious of Allah and join the ranks and the people who are sincere. Be with those who are sincere. Identify people who are going to help you to push you towards Allah, not to pull you down. And of course, join places where there is dhikr. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves those who count their blessings, count the blessings of Allah. So the sincerity in the act, sincerity in the saying, in the intention will lead definitely to the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Once you taste that sweetness, you will realize that when you do things by yourself, you enjoy them more. That is a sign of acceptance. Some of the fruits of sincerity, when a person is sincere, his life becomes just beautiful. He starts reaping the fruits, because sincerity is a means to go to Jannah for sure, and to be in the highest ranks. Sincerity, of course, will protect you, from falling into wrong things. Sincerity will protect you from the whispers of shaitan, and that's how shaitan gets to us, from our weakness of seeking fame and attention. Also, it will protect us from jealousy. It's better to hide good things, why you have to show it. So also the diseases of the heart, as Imam Ghazali speaks about, sincerity will give us forgiveness, and forgiveness will make us light and will actually lift us spiritually. And more importantly, we'll gain the shafa'ah of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, our prophet. He will be shafi'ah for us because of sincerity. And last but not least, sincerity is one of the main reasons why we get the blessing and the pleasure of Allah, rida Allah, and we are safe from His wrath. May Allah make us sincere. Ameen. Until next time. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
ألا إن أولياء الله لا خوف عليهم ولا هم يحزنون الذين آمنوا وكانوا يتقون